we are. Welcome to Hot Takes, the segment in the show where Jimmy, the Saint, and myself, Stuart, react to the latest, greatest cinematic or TV trailers. And Jimmy, for this week, I bring to you Halloween Ends, the trailer. The first trailer for Halloween Ends. Now, I was a bit dubious about bringing this because I know it's Comic-Con at the moment, and I thought I was kind of holding off, waiting to see if there's like a big, I don't know, Marvel or whatever trailer. It usually comes out of these massive type events, but no, nothing's been forthcoming yet. So
when was Comic-Con? Today?
It's happening now as we speak. I think it might be this weekend. San Diego Comic-Con this weekend. Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll do something during the week then, Stu.
Yeah, so there might be something for us to react to later on in the week, as you say. Or certainly next week. But
Halloween Kills ends. So this is the third of the new trilogy.
It is a third of the new trilogy. I haven't seen any of the remakes. That was my initial question to you. Have you seen
I've seen none of the remakes. I've seen none of the originals. Mm-hmm. But I do. Oh no, tell a lie. I've seen.
What?
I think. Which one? I've seen the one with Busta Rhymes. Is that H2O?
Have you not seen the original Halloween?
No. I only watched Nightmare on Elm Street the other day for the first time, didn't I? Yeah.
Jimmy.
I wasn't a horror kid. Okay. And now I could watch it because I know it wouldn't scare me. Nightmare on Elm Street didn't scare me at all. It was great. But I haven't seen it. But I do know loads about the first Halloween movie, probably more than most people who have seen the film, because I've watched documentaries on it. And
okay. Yeah. Well, it's interesting. I have seen this trailer, so I'm not reacting to it cold. But we'll get into a conversation as it plays, or once it's played, around kind of some of the echoes between the trailer and possibly the last film and the very first film. But before we do that, let's kind of get into the meat and potatoes of this. And
just before you put the potatoes on.
Okay.
So
yes.
What happened is there was about 5 or 6 Halloween films, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
And then they did the new one.
Yeah.
Because there was the Rob Zombie Halloween as well, which is nothing to do with canon. I think there was 2 of those as well. I think there was 2 zombie Halloweens. Yeah, and they weren't the canon. But what they've done is they've gone back, and the latest one of these 3, or the first one of these 3, is now Halloween 2 or Halloween 3.
Yeah, I believe they followed on from the first film as the conceit of these.
So you get rid of all of the other Halloweens and put these 3 are the sequels, I guess, to Halloween, the first Halloween.
And this is Halloween Ends is them finishing it all. It's done. Believe that when I see it, but apparently it's done. So let me just queue up this trailer, and we'll take a look-see, shall we? Okay. Oops, I'm on the wrong tab.
I mean, that's what they did with the Terminator recently, didn't they? It was like, forget about Terminator 3 and all of those.
Yeah, just disregard those.
This is now Terminator 3.
Yeah.
It's funny, isn't it? They'd never have done that in the past, and now it's just like, just
chuck them in the bin.
It's not. Stop worrying about continuity and canon and fucking hell.
Okay, so here we go. Oops, beg your pardon. There we go. Right, this is the first trailer for Halloween Ends, which is coming out later this year. I would imagine around Halloween would make sense, wouldn't it? Given the name. Right, let's take a look.
I'll let you know if we can hear it.
We can't. No. There we go. Oh.
Do you know John Carpenter wrote that music?
Let me turn up. Sorry.
Come on, let's go.
There you go. October 14th, Halloween
Hi,
End.
I'm Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
So, let's just rewind. I can't rewind. It's gone to that. Fuck's sake. Anyway, let's get that. There we go. Halloween Ends trailer. Initial thoughts, Jimmy.
Get away from me, you motherfucker.
Yeah,
I mean,
Laurie Strode's gone a bit. I don't know. I'm interested to watching this. I'm interested to go back and watch this series of 3 films.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard bad stuff about the previous 2
Oh, really?
films.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah. Yeah, from the Red Letter Media guys that I watched. Just that it's just sort of so far away from the original, which is meant from what I understand, the first one is an excellent film in terms of it being a very straightforward story, and it works, and it was part of what started off all that slasher movie stuff, right? Interesting fact, the mask that he wears is a William Shatner Captain Kirk mask with the ears cut off and painted white there. Little fact that most people know.
Yeah, I was humouring you, to be honest. Oh, really?
Yeah, no. I could tell you knew.
I wonder if Shatner had to sign off his license for that.
No, because it was just a mask, wasn't it? That he bought from a shop, the guy.
Right.
Cut the ears off, painted it white.
Jobs are good.
Did something in the eyes as well, I think. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It looks like every other Halloween film. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she's a brilliant actress, and I love her in Trading Places and Total Recall and
all those films 30 years ago.
Films, yeah. born a hermaphrodite, obviously, famously urban legend. No, did I say Total Recall? She's not in Total Recall. True Lies, forgive. Brilliant actress back in the day, but now she's just pinging out these bloody Halloween films. Are they paydays for her? Do you think? Or
I don't know. I mean, they're Blumhouse films. I don't know what the budget is on like a Blumhouse production these days. It seems to be quite it's a well-known horror kind of film stable, isn't it? But whether it's a massive, payday for Jamie Lee Curtis, I don't know. But I quite like the look of that because it looked quite similar to, a lot of echoes to the first Halloween film, which is a bona fide classic. Particularly that the first person footage going through the house like you get in the first Halloween film, and it's revealed that it's like little tiny Michael Myers. Yeah. So yeah, it looked visually quite interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about Jamie Lee Curtis just firing off action hero one-line zingers.
Yeah, the Sarah Connor. It's the Sarah Connor trope, isn't it? Going from the damsel to the badass.
But I should probably go because I do love Halloween. It is a great film. Oh no, it's a classic film. We're going to talk about classic films later on, but yeah, it's got me thinking. Should I probably catch up with this and see what those 2 films are like? I've heard.
Oh, have you seen all the other Halloween films?
Well, I don't know. I don't think I've seen. Have I seen 2? Because that went a bit. That was like off-brand, wasn't it? That was.
So you've only seen one Halloween film. No,
I've seen Halloween. I've seen H2O.
I've seen Halloween. Is that the one I've seen with Busta Rhymes?
I think so. And I've seen the Rob Zombie first one. Right. That was awful.
So that was a remake, wasn't it?
Yes, but Rob Zombified. Speaking of Rob Zombie, have you seen the Munsters trailer? Because he's doing a Munsters film.
Is there a trailer? Can we react to that?
Yes. Should we do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because it looks bad. It looks bad.
I did hear about it, and I heard about the casting, but I can't remember who they were.
He's got his wife in it, which I forget her name, and the guy from who's also in all his films. The guy who's in like a. Oh, you'll see him.
I know the guy. Yeah. But I've seen a couple of. I watched House of a Thousand Corpses. Are we done with Halloween?
Yeah. This is
go and watch Halloween.
Yeah. Do it. This is a 2-for-1 hot takes.
Twofer. I've watched House of a Thousand Corpses and I've watched Devil's Rejects, and my wife is a massive fan of House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects. I remember watching House of a Thousand Corpses and afterwards going, why did I watch that? It was horrible, so horrible. And now I kind of want to go back and watch it because it's got Rainn Wilson in it.
Is it really?
Yeah,
right.
Dwight. Dwight Schrute. He's one of the youngsters who goes to the house, and he ends up as Fish Boy on a platter as like half fish. But yeah, it's a fucking horrible film, isn't it? Rob stuff. But I loved the Munsters. I was a massive fan of the Munsters.
Okay, so well, you were a fan of the Munsters. I'm not so sure now after this, but
Okay.
yeah, let's take a look at the Munsters trailer. Rob Zombie, the Munsters.
Loving that. Happy with that.
Rob Zombie, the director of House of a Thousand Corpses.
There you go.
Halloween.
There you go.
And the Devil's
There you
Rejects
go.
brings you the greatest love story ever told.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
The brain of a super genius transplanted into the body of a perfect physical specimen.
I want a man that makes my blood run cold. A man that every time he enters my crypt, it's like a stake through my dead black heart.
I can whip the upper humpy down in the lamb.
Oh no. Remember what happened last time?
He was batty.
I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I'm looking for a vision, a queen, true love.
What exactly do you want?
Is Herman Munster in there? I knew the moment I laid eyes on you that you were special. I understand if you don't feel the same. I'm just a regular gal living a boring, normal life.
If there's one thing I know, is that the rest of the world melted away as soon as you appeared in my life.
It seems Miss Lily is truly in love.
Oh, come on. You know and I know that we gotta get rid of that bozo Herman Munster.
Greetings from Transylvania. That's a strange way of saying hello.
Oh, I guess we're gonna have to get used to it.
What? I don't even know what to say.
It looks like. Do you know what it looks like? It looks like one of those kind of like high production value pornos, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, it does. Yeah. And
Not that I know what
high
those are
production
like.
porno, which suggests very low production movie. It looks really budget, and maybe
I couldn't hear some of it.
Is that Is that the idea? It reminded me of. Did you ever see The Munsters Today? Which was a reboot, right? When we were probably, well, it must have been the 90s.
Yeah.
So it was a colour version, wasn't it? They had the song, "We went to sleep many years ago, then we woke up with a brand new show," and it's in colour, right?
Yeah.
Because the original Munsters was good. The black and white Munsters was good. It wasn't the Addams Family, but it was, it was close. I don't know what to make of that, because it looked like there could possibly be some funny stuff in there, but...
No. They're rubbish.
Yeah,
Rubbish.
it did, didn't it? It did.
No,
Go ahead.
No, I'm just gonna. It looked like they were doing. It seems like they're doing the whole, that Starsky and Hutch thing where it's like, let's kind of take this period thing from like the 50s or the 70s or whatever it may be, and bring it and put them in like a fish out of water into like a modern setting.
That was great, Starsky and the Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson.
Yeah, that was great.
Good though, wasn't it?
But it's been overplayed, I think, and it doesn't particularly. I'm not sure I want to see that again with a poorly produced, cheap-looking Munsters.
No,
I'm sure there was a shot there where the camera was like panning in, and It kind of, it's like it hit something.
Maybe they've done that on purpose.
Or maybe, perhaps it is an aesthetic choice. I don't know, but I think we're giving it too much credit, Jimmy, if we say that.
I thought she was fine as what's her name? Herman Munster and what's his wife's name? Lily.
I don't know.
I thought she was fine as Lily. She's like the voice intonation she was trying to do. Grandpa Munster, is that his name?
I do. We know
he
you
seemed okay. I mean, at points, Herman Munster seemed to be doing like a Christopher Walken. Like, Lily, what's going on? I was like, what the hell is he doing?
That would be good.
Oh God, I'd love to see Christopher Walken do it. Why didn't they get Walken? If Steve Merchant can get Christopher Walken in a BBC show, they can get him for the Munsters.
I'm sure I read this week actually that this is not going to theatres. I think it might be a streaming premiere.
All right.
Whether it's Netflix,
go straight to DVD.
Well, that is kind of the equivalent these days, isn't it? Going straight to Netflix. It's I think it's going to Netflix. I could be wrong, but
yeah, it depends. Like sometimes, like Netflix originals or Prime originals go straight on there, but they're usually pretty high budget, aren't they? Well, the bigger ones they push. But that looked, that looked really weird. Really weird. Didn't quite know how to work. I'll watch that though. I will watch it.
I think I probably will. As a it's a curio, isn't it? I kind of want to see it because of how it looks just so weird and unlike Rob Zombie, to be honest.
Yes.
I know he's massive. I believe he took it on because he's a massive Munsters fan. But I think I would prefer to see like a proper Rob Zombie version of the Munsters.
Jesus, like a vile one. Like
yeah.
A fucking vile.
That would be more interesting than this.
Maybe it is. Maybe it's a bit of a bait and switch. They're doing that trailer, making it look all fun, and when you get it, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think like what it could be like. Like you've compared that to Starsky and Hutch, and yeah, it seemed like a comedy from the 90s, didn't it? Like a low budget comedy from the 90s. There was a third Addams Family movie called Addams Family Reunion, which loads of people don't know about. It was a straight to VHS.
Okay. Didn't know that.
And it had well, there you go. See, I bring it. It had Tim Curry as Gomez. So brilliant actor, but Tim Curry did a lot of shit as well, didn't he? I mean, he's still alive, but he did a lot of shit. Daryl Hannah as Morticia.
Okay.
So already you're putting that up against Angelica Houston, who was. Then you've got the guy playing Fester was. It harkened back to the original Fester, that sort of more goofy Fester, rather than the Christopher Lloyd. Terrifying Fester, and then two randos as Wednesday and Pugsley. Same lurch. He's the only one. Yeah, and I think they go to.
I'll come back.
I'll do that. Money. He can't get lots of jobs, can he? Old Star Trek or the Addams Family. That's his lot. And I think it's the same thing. But they go to. I think they go to like a holiday park, like it's all bright and colourful. It's them in that. It's shit. It's dreadful. The only funny joke in it, which I actually said to someone the other day, is one of the other kids at the holiday camp says, "Oh, from my father, I've inherited a speedboat," or something like that. And Pugsy goes, "I inherited a spastic colon." And that's the only bit that made me genuinely laugh. The rest of it's just fucking appalling. Yeah. But yeah, it looked like that straight to VHS bodge.
It did, didn't it? Yeah. So kind of two contrasting hot takes there for you. Halloween ends. Looks okay. We're not sure because we haven't seen the others in the series. So, but the Munsters, I think, look shit, but I think we're intrigued. I think
the irony is I'm watching the Munsters and I probably won't watch Halloween.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. So bravo to Rob Zombie. Bravo. That was this week's hot takes.